Hey guys, it's me, Mr. Miller. We're doing our 3-3 Igneous Rock Notes. So, what are igneous rocks? Well, igneous rocks are defined as rocks that are formed from lava or magma that cools above or below the Earth's surface. Now, where do we get this word igneous? Well, the Latin word ignis means fire. And because it sounds like ignite, that equals fire. That's one way for you guys to remember that. Now, when we talk about igneous rocks, we have to divide them into two groups. It's either extrusive or it's intrusive rock. What do I mean if it's an igneous rock that's extrusive? Extrusive means it was formed outside of the volcano. It cooled very, very quickly, which means it's got very fine grains or it's got a glassy texture. Some examples would be obsidian, which is right here. You can see obsidian, nice, glassy, smooth, cooled very quickly outside of the volcano. Another example here would be number 14 that I have is pumice. Alright, now you can see on that one too, get a little bit closer, it's very fine grain. It's not glassy, but the grains are very, very tiny and fine grain. So that too cooled very quickly outside of the volcano. Those are examples of extrusive. Now when I talk about intrusive rock, these are the igneous rocks that actually formed inside. So, again, think of it. Intrusive, I-N, it formed in the volcano. Extrusive, X, meaning exterior, outside of the volcano. Two great ways to remember it. So, intrusive, inside the volcano, it's going to cool slowly. Think about it. It's really hot inside, so it's not going to cool real fast. I always tell students, think of it like an oven. You turn the oven off and you leave it set. Things are still going to burn up inside because it's still cooling down slowly. So that means our rocks are going to have bigger crystals. They're going to be coarse-grained. Things like granite. Here's an example of granite right here for you. All right, so you can see right there the grains. It's very coarse-grained, and you can actually see crystals in there as well. That's because it cooled slowly inside the volcano, intrusive, and it's coarse-grained. All right. And I've got some examples on the side there as well. All right, so what about the mineral composition? Well, dark-colored rocks versus light-colored rocks. If it's a dark-colored rock, it means it has low silica content. That means there's less of the elements silicon and oxygen inside of it. An example would be basalt. And here is an example of basalt. You can see right here, it's dark colored. Dark colored, which means it's got low silica content in it. All right. The other example would be light colored rock. All right. If it's a light colored rock, it has high silica content, meaning it's really rich and it's got a lot of silicon and oxygen in it. An example would be granite, or I have an example of rhyolite right here. So here's rhyolite. Nice, light colored means it's got a lot of oxygen and silicon in it. So it has high silica. Okay. Now, down at the bottom, what about igneous rocks? What are the uses of them? Well, tools and building materials such as floors, countertops, statues, landscaping, roads, railroad ballast are all key things that we use igneous rocks for. Granite, typically used in statues, monuments, countertops. Pumice, used for cleaning and polishing. Obsidian, that I pulled up right here, this big glassy one, obsidian, used in sharp tools for cutting, weapons, scraping. And then another example would be like perlite, mixed with soil. You can use it in starting vegetable seeds. So again, a lot of uses for igneous rock. Okay, that ends our igneous rock section of notes.